Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm super excited to cook with you guys today. And today we're making this tomato basil tart with whipped mozzarella. And I have camera one, camera two. So anyways, it comes together so easily right in our cast iron skillet. And what I love about our cast iron skillet is that it comes already seasoned, ready to go, straight from the box. Let me back up. My name is Rocky Preston, and I have been with Pampered Chef since 1998. So this summer I'll be celebrating 24 years with Pampered Chef, and I didn't cook all that much when I started, but I was just looking for a way that maybe I could possibly be a stay-at-home mom and make a little extra money to help, because we were a two-income family, so definitely needed that. And along the way, I learned to cook. I absolutely love to cook. I love to cook for people. So since it's just my husband and I, he likes that too. So, okay, so let's get started. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna use one of our newest pantry items. And this is, no, not this one. This is a basil infused olive oil. And it is a cold pressed oil. So we're just gonna take about a tablespoon of this. And because it is so good and I don't want to run out, I am totally going to measure this out because I'm a little heavy-handed with the oils. I'll put that in there, and then we'll just go ahead and get this pan, get this oil. Oh, I could smell it. It smells so good. Oh, like that. So I'm using our silicone basting brush. What I love about this is it's so easily to clean. You can just wash it, everything. It doesn't build up like some of those older ones that maybe you grew up with. I know the one I grew up with, it, left a little bit of bristles along the way and kind of a caked on layers of barbecue sauce and butter and all those things. Okay, we have that. And I'm just gonna cheat here. Cheating is okay. And use, with the help of Pillsbury, use the pizza crust. And it is really good and great to have in the refrigerator if you want to just do homemade pizza. It is a nice crust. So we're just going to stretch this out on here. And then we're just going to roll it. Can you see? Yep, you can see perfect. We're going to just roll it on the edges. So we're going to try to get it up the sides. And if you kind of pierce the bottom with your nail or something, totally fine, because we want it to vent when it's cooking. So having little holes will let that happen so you don't get those big bubbles right around the edges. So we're just going to push and kind of pull. And then if you have extra hair, I just try to scoot it over. That makes any sense to you guys at home. Okay, so here we go. Just push and roll it over. There we go. There we go. Okay, looks good. Oh, actually, I'm just going to bend it a little bit all over. All right, so we have that there. Now we're going to take, I'm going to move this over right here. Don't bump my coffee. And now we're going to get our tomatoes ready. So I have a couple of cups of cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to use our closing cut because if you follow me on any of my pages on Instagram, TikTok, I love this thing. I use it all the time for slicing or cutting in half tomatoes, olives, my favorite is chicken breast. And I just did a video on that the other day, but it just, you know, they're kind of thick these days. Fillets them right in half. So put them in there. And then you need at least a 7-inch knife, okay? So, so that it cuts all the way through. So if you don't have a 7-inch knife, this and a knife come together as a set, so it works really well. Okay, so close, put your knife in here, and then you just shimmy it on back. And now all of these, get my bowl. All of these are sliced in half. That's exactly what we need for this dish. Okay, look at that. And I'm going to do just one more here. Down here. So yeah, you could do bagels, olives, soft mozzarella. Like I said, my favorite is chicken. Just take a whole entire chicken breast, go like that, and then it is all filleted. It cooks faster. As a matter of fact, when I get home from the store, I just do them, all of the chicken breasts that come in the packet, like that. Those two escaped. And then I repackage them, and so I can just pull out 2 at a time because it's just my husband and I. Okay, so we have that in there. We're going to do a little bit of salt and the salt and grinder set. I really like too because it holds a lot. It's not just a little thing that you're out like in a week. The other thing to refill it, it's nice and wide here. So, you know, when you're doing peppercorns, you don't have a ton of peppercorns, you know, all over the ground that way. So salt and pepper grinder set, great piece to have in your kitchen. And now I'm going to do another one. This is a new flavored oil. And this one is garlic parmesan. So now I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of this. Make sure that it's all mixed up because you can see in there, there's all of that garlic and Parmesan. So I want it to come to the top because it sinks, and I'm going to try to be really fast, really fast here. Okay, flip. So I get it in, but it is flavored. So it's been in here. So you're going to get a lot of the flavor all there. Okay, so that is going to go in here like so. And we're going to mix it up. I got to go get a scraper. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, here we go. So the scraper goes just like that, and these are great. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot. What was I thinking? This is going to go in the oven. We top it after. Okay, so let me brush this with a little oil here on top. Just kind of sneak some of that from the bottom. I might have to do just a wee bit more. And then we're going to top this with some Italian seasoning. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I got backwards here. And so when you're measuring your Italian or any of our herbs, the top of them, right to that top ring where it screws on, is about a tablespoon. So you don't even have to go get a tablespoon out of your drawer, just like that. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna go in the oven. No, I'm on track. And the tomatoes are gonna go in the oven too, but I gotta show you these sheet pans. they're a set. They come 2 small and then one of the medium ones. And they're just so nice. If you like to do sheet pan meals, then your big sheet pan, these can fit in. If like maybe you put your pork chops first and you just need a little bit for the vegetables, then these can go right on that same tray, you know, as you're into the baking. But I like them because they're small and I just don't need a big sheet pan a lot of the time. So, okay, let's go ahead and get these in here. Nice. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put these in the oven. And you know what? I'm gonna also do a little garlic. Okay, so watch right over here. Let's see, put this over here. Okay, so I have a little magic show. So this right here is our garlic peeler slicer set. Got it all in. And we're just going to take our garlic off the head. And a little garlic tip for you as you're shopping for garlic. You don't want to get the ones that are already growing, right? Those are a little bit past their peak. But you want to, the ones that are starting to, that these come off, you know, they're ready to go. The ones that are real tight, like you really have to wiggle them and they're not shedding that skin yet, buy those, and those are the ones that you're going to use later. Okay, so we're going to put some of these in here, skin and all. Like that. And then we're just going to roll them. Like that. And dump them out. And they all come out just naked. They just right like that. So we will put 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. And then we are going to just, it'll slice them so thin, and we're just gonna top this. And we're gonna roast up really, really nice. I know we have the garlic in the oil. This is gonna be so good. Okay, let me get them all off. I don't want to leave them on there. And there you go. All done. It's like a magic show there too. So there is how pretty. Whoa, whoa. Let's get them all straight. And I'll be right back. I'm going to put them in the oven. Okay. So that's in the oven. And now, since there's nothing on my cutting board, I'm going to just tell you about this cutting board. I love it. It's acacia wood. And this side has a mold around it that'll hold all the liquid. If you're cutting a tri-tip or a pork tenderloin or even a watermelon, all of that juice is going to go into the moat, not on your counter. The other side is completely flat. So if you're doing a charcuterie board or something like that, or you just need a bigger workspace, this side is that way. I also like that it is indented here so that you can slip your fingers underneath it, take it to the table, and serve right from it. But being acacia wood, I use this all the time. I carve meat on it, I cut on it, I chop onions on it, and you can see some wear. I think it gets prettier with the wear, but there's not those deep grooved cuts like the cutting boards I grew up with were just basically a piece of wood. But I will show you up close there just how pretty that is. and how nice and smooth it is. But this is one of those pieces I feel like, would be handed down generation to generation. They'll say, oh, I want mom's cutting board. I want grandma's cutting board, because it just is timeless. All right, so that's that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the mozzarella whip. And I have the container that comes with our Flex Plus. And if you don't know what our Flex Plus is, it is 3 products in one. It is an immersion blender, a handheld mixer, and a food processor. So I'm going to use the immersion blender today. So this is the motor that controls all of the pieces. And it is battery operated, so you don't have to worry about cord being close to a plug, all of that. So you're completely mobile. So right now, so this end, you attach all the attachments, what you're going to use. So today we're going to use the immersion blender. So this side has a blade on it, and this is the side that attaches. So there's my immersion blender, easy as that. And I use this thing for smoothies all the time. It cuts through chia seeds and I was going to say fennel seeds, but I don't put fennel seeds in my smoothie. I'll think of the other seed that I throw in there, and it grinds through them so that your body can use what's in the seed. So now the last thing, so this is last to the party, first to leave, is the battery. That pops on just like that. You'll know it's good because the light is on, and so that's ready to rock and roll. But I forgot to put everything else in. Let's do that. So I've got fresh mozzarella in here. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese. Don't you love this? If you don't have one, it came in my kit when I started 23 years ago, and it is the measure all cup. This is the 1 cup. We carry it in a 2 cup, a bigger one, and a 1/4 cup, a little teeny one. But it really does measure everything. It measures, let's see, cups, tablespoons, teaspoons, milliliters, ounces, all on here. So this one is for dry. So you press it down, just like I did that, pop it out. Great for sticky things like peanut butter, brown sugar, all that. And then this side, you'll see the pour spout, and the liquid measurements are right there. So it's easy to, when you make peanut butter cookies, you need peanut butter, then you need some vanilla. Easy to use, all that. Great for RVs and campers too, and you don't have to keep track with a lot of measuring things. Okay, that's there. I'm gonna put in some fresh basil. I just planted an herb garden yesterday. Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see the happenings going on, and my Facebook Pampered Chef group. I gotta turn back to make sure my memory is not that great. Okay, so we have the mozzarella, we have the ricotta, we have the basil, and a little salt. I think this is what I always forget, and I end up adding it later. Okay, it said some milk, but I'm gonna put it in. Okay, so has a safety back here, and you have to press the safety to start the unit, and just like that. So let's put this with that. Do it a little faster. See there? So when I do my smoothies, everything is frozen, and it goes right through it, no problem at all. I think it's got them all done up nice. So you can see through, it's all done very nice. So I'm gonna take my scraper. There's a couple of hunks of basil leaves, but I'm gonna leave them because I think it's pretty. Now, one thing you have to watch with your scrapers, if you don't have scrapers, put them on your list. This is the first thing I tell everybody that they need from Pampered Chef. They're heat safe to 650 degrees, so you can cook with them. They're not going to melt in your skillet. You're not going to have skillet marks back here, but they don't do well against things that cut. So this looks like a small thing I can dig out. They don't do well with things that cut, like a blender or something like that, because they will get cut. I don't want to leave all of that in there, right? We just have about 9 minutes for our oven stuff. Okay, so now the battery comes off first, and then this, you're just gonna rinse it off, wash it off, and then this goes put away. And I just store mine. I have a basket that looks, kind of cute in my cabinet that I put everything, all the pieces in, so I am not losing track of anything. Okay, so so this is gonna go right on top once that crust comes out. I guess maybe I should put the milk in. Maybe I will when I go get that. I don't know. I didn't think it did that much to it last time I made it, so I left it out. Okay. So now let's take a peek at a couple of things that I would love to show you over here. So I am so excited about these new reusable bags. My daughter comes home and she's always trying to, looking for things that around here that we could stop using, just to be a little bit more earth conscious and all that stuff. And so I love that Pampered Chef came out with these reusable bags. And they have kind of like a zipper close, so they really stay shut and leak proof. So this is the snack bag. It's green. Then we have this would be maybe like a quart-sized bag. I also like that you can see what's in them, because a lot of times you put something, you want to see what's going on in there. Okay, so that one. And then look at this one. This is the sandwich bag. And what I love about this is that it opens two sides, so you can get your sandwich in there. You're not trying to shimmy it in. You can get your sandwich in there and close it up. Now, of course, you can put whatever. You put chicken wings in here or whatever. It doesn't have to be a sandwich, but it gives you a little bit bigger opening for something that you want to, that's hard to kind of slide into just one opening. So love that. And then the large bag. And in the Season's Best recipe book, this is $2. You got to pick it up. There is a recipe for a shrimp boil in a bag here, right in the microwave. So I have everything. I'm going to try it. But what I did is I put my fresh herbs in here. This is cilantro. And I want to say this cilantro is going over 2 weeks. Over 2 weeks. Usually it'd be a slimy mess, but I just take it in a paper towel and put it in here. And then I don't close the whole thing. I close, maybe leave like just a little open right here. But I think, I don't know, the thickness of the bag or whatever. I've tried so many things. I've tried Ziploc bags. I've tried herb keepers, and nothing, I have not been so impressed as I have with this, with the herbs. So there's my beautiful cilantro. I'm going to make some salsa today with this. Okay, so that goes in. And that is our silicone bag set that super duper excited. I got 2 sets. So, all right, then next, I got to show you our silicone egg bite mold. So this is designed to go in our new multi-cooker on the sous vide setting. And sous vide is water, bringing it to the perfect temperature for what you're cooking. So it doesn't undercook, doesn't overcook. It is like perfect every single time. You can't mess it up unless you don't follow directions, which I did at first. Didn't follow the directions and I messed it up. So follow the directions, don't be in a hurry like me. But so it comes with the mold and it'll give you those perfect egg bites, just like you buy at, you know, some of your coffee shops and stuff like that. So once you get the egg bites in all the holes, you put the lid on and then you have this cradle that's going to drop it right down into the water. It's not going to go under the water. It's just going to go up to cook the eggs and they're going to be amazing. So I'm going to do a test. So today I'm going to do a microwave test because I make eggs in the microwave all the time. So because this does not have any metal, I'm going to try it in the microwave and see what happens. So I'm going to do 2 tests. So follow me on my Instagram and you'll be able to see that. Okay. We have just a few minutes for that to be done. And last thing I want to talk to you about is cookware. Okay. So right here, cookware. I have the cast iron in the oven. And then these are 2 of our other pieces. The smaller one, these are 8-inch pans, but you can get other sizes. Let's talk about this one first. Okay, so this is non-stick and it is completely non-stick. You can use any utensil in here. When you do, you might get some marks on here, but it's not going to be cut. It's not going to peel. You won't have anything like that. They'll just be surface marks that you can see, kind of like a scratch, but and maybe you can see them on mine. This is really old, not really old, but 2 years. You can see there's some marks, but the pan is still like good as new. And what I like about this is it is completely non-stick. It's like eggs slip around in it. Oil is a choice. You know, you don't need to use oil if you don't want. I also like that they have a removable handle. So let's say I started some chicken on here, seared it, and then I had, you know, wanted to finish it off in the oven. You can do that. This part is oven safe. And a lot of times I don't even use the handle because, you know, you have too many handles and they're bumping on your stove if you have kind of a small stove. So it's totally optional to use the handle. But I love this set, very popular for people to book shows and get the set at free or discounted. But you'll want to pick up at least a small skillet today. And then I bet you're going to say, oh my gosh, I love it. Now, this is part of our stainless steel line. You can see here that it has a non-stick and stainless steel that peeks through the non-stick. So you get that sear of stainless steel on your vegetables, on your meats, all of that. But you still have the non-stick. That makes it easy to use because I know all stainless steel can be tough to cook on. It is not forgiving at all. I also like that this one has a lid and it's just beautiful. So this is brand new, this catalog, this little 8-inch pan, and you can't go wrong when you're getting cookware or a knife. You won't tell me, oh, Rocky, I haven't got those out of the box yet. No, when they come, you're going to pull them out and you're going to use them. So those 2 things are just a must have no matter how much you cook or how much you don't cook. They say you need at least 1 good skillet and 1 good knife. And if you can have more, yes, yeah, get more, but start there. 1 good skillet, good, I mean good. and one good knife. All right. So we have that, and this month I wanted to let you know that there are some freebies that you can get with all orders $80 or more. So I used the silicone basting brush. There also is a cutter, a sandwich cutter that cuts the crust off and crimps it around. You know, if you have kids or grandkids that don't like the crust, or you yourself, you know, crimp that off. And the other one was the measuring spoons. Oh, it's done. So you'll get a set of measuring spoons. This is the tablespoon and a teaspoon you'll get. What I love is that these slides. This one measures from a teaspoon to a tablespoon, and the other one measures from 1/8 of a teaspoon to a whole teaspoon. And so you only have to keep track of 2 spoons. I only have this one here with me, but so you can pick, and then orders $150 or more, free shipping too. So you get a free gift and free shipping. All right, let me go get this out of the oven. I get this rack. I love our racks. They are grid shaped, so hot cookies don't, you know, go through them. The legs open up, they stack 3 high, but I'm gonna leave the legs down and bring that cast iron skillet here. All right, here's our crust. It's all beautifully done. And I'll show you, look at that, just all done gorgeous there. And we're gonna top it. So first thing we're going to do, I'm gonna need these, get the tomatoes out, is put this on, this whipped. A little more. Use the back side of this. I see why I should have used the milk. I should follow instructions. Then I'm gonna spread this out. I see. Okay, follow the instructions. And now I'll be right back. I am going to get the tomatoes. I'll be right back. Okay, I might have left them in just a wee bit longer because I like them to get, see that little charred look on them? I think they're pretty like that. So now let's pull these out. Let's see. Okay, I'll use just this slotted so that oh my gosh, look at those garlics. I wish you were a little bit closer. Oh, yeah. So I've been making this the whole month of March. So every Sunday, my husband gets to eat this. And next month, April, I think I'm going to do a bread pudding, a peach bread pudding for April. So if you want to see that in action, then you want to book your show in April. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Looking good. I'm gonna get some Parmesan cheese. I just think it needs a little bit of that. Doesn't call for it in the recipe, but I'm gonna shred some Parmesan cheese on this, and it's gonna look amazing. So pick up your season's best. The recipe is in there, along with so many other recipes that are quick, easy, and delicious. All right, guys, I will see you during the week.